Good morning and welcome to A Closer Look. I'm your host, Linda Fontaine. My special guest this hour is Deb Richmond, Executive Director of Branch House. We've had her on the show before. They do a wonderful job. Deb, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me here to honor domestic violence survivors and to remember domestic violence victims.
That's right, and that's important because this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, right?
Yes.
Well,
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Yes, it is.
Please tell us about Branch House, especially for those that are listening for the first time, don't know what it is exactly. Educate us a little bit about what y'all do.
Branch House opened its doors in 2018. We service domestic violence and sexual assault victims. That encompasses a large group of people. It's also secondary victims of homicide. That might be a mother or a father who has had a child die in a domestic violence relationship. Also teen dating violence, human trafficking, those all fit into the domestic violence spectrum. So at Branch House, we offer all of our services are free. We work with 45 partners in the Kingsport and Bristol area that help us provide services for victims. So on site at Branch House, there are 6 partner agencies inside our building. And the whole point of a family justice center is you come to one place and you can get what you need at that one place. You don't have to drive to several businesses in town to get the services that you need. The biggest service that people ask for is mental health therapy, which is very important if you're a domestic violence survivor or sexual assault survivor. And those services are free, and you can see a mental health counselor as long and as often as you need. We also help write out orders of protections for those who need it. We have a court advocate that goes to court with our victims. Court is a scary process.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't understand what's going on, and the advocate sits with you while you're in court, explains to you, to your understanding, what the judge might have said, what the attorneys may have said, just to help you through that process, to help it not be so scary, calls you and reminds you that we have court coming up. We also offer transportation to people who are going to and from court or coming to Branch House and back home if you don't have a car. A year and a half ago, we started a forensic examination room with 2 Ballad SANE nurses who provide the forensic sexual assault examinations. Those are free of charge. You come to Branch House, you're in a victim-centered, calm environment where we cater to your needs to help you feel comfortable in the process of having an examination. Our advocates are a big part of the process in a victim becoming a survivor. The advocates stay with you from beginning to end, all the way through the court process, and offer you services that you may not have thought that you needed in the beginning, but as time went on, you needed those services. We have legal aid in the building.
Wow.
YWCA is in the building where they can provide services for young people. We have found that that's kind of a missing piece that we were not providing into the community to help our young people get started in life with a good start. So they're inside the building. So we have all kinds of things that we can offer for victims and help them feel safe, help them take that first step. You know, statistics tell us that victims will leave 7 times before they will eventually leave for good.
How about
so it is scary, and offenders use children against you to keep you to stay. Pets are used for you to stay. It's all a control issue. So we help these people take that first step, get them into a shelter until they're comfortable to move out onto their own, and then the shelter can help them transition into a rental house or an apartment or whatever they might need.
Wow, you guys do so much. That's amazing. You have done a good job at having all the services right there to help these victims. That's fantastic.
Yes. And many times victims don't have cars. You know, domestic violence is the dynamics in a domestic violence relationship are different than any other relationship. And many people don't understand that they're a victim of domestic violence. They believe that unless they need to have a black eye, a broken arm, bruises, before I'm a victim of domestic violence. But there's so much more to being a victim of domestic violence. There's emotional abuse, which many times is worse than the physical abuse. Bruises will heal, but emotional abuse many times you carry that with you the rest of your life. And it's a generational learned behavior. Children learn domestic violence behavior from their parents. And then those children grow up and teach it to their children. You know, when I retired from the police department, the first year at the police department, I was dealing with this generation. When I left, I was working with the great-grandchildren of the first generation that I worked with. And these were all learned behaviors that continued. So we have to stop the cycle. How to stop the cycle of abuse is education and educating the community. We're offering a program right now that's called Everyone Knows Someone. So we teach people how to talk to others if you may think that they're a victim of domestic violence. But it's not just my responsibility, your responsibility, it's the whole community's responsibility to educate, to understand about the process of domestic violence, and help victims understand about the process of domestic violence, how to stop the cycle of abuse that continues generations and generations and generations.
Getting to the root.
Yes.
Getting to the root. That's the important part right there. Well, this month you guys are doing some neat things to honor victims, right?
Yes. So October the 1st, as we've already had this passed, October the 1st, it was the Mark Vance Pride in Service Award. Mark Vance was an officer who was killed in the line of duty in Bristol several years ago answering a domestic violence call. And also Sergeant Steve Hinkle with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Department, we honored him and all law enforcement who have died answering domestic violence calls just so they can protect you and I. So we honored those officers, and we consider that an honor that we could do that. We're also have collaborated with the City of Kingsport and the City of Bristol to declare October Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We're doing some tabling events at health fairs, ETSU, just to teach about domestic violence, doing a lot of social media awareness and teaching. So we have all kinds of programs that we're doing the month of October.
Well, what can we do to help with you with education and awareness?
Well, you can invite us to your organization or to your school or wherever where we can teach or talk to you about our services or about domestic violence. Also, you know, all these free services that we offer cost money. We are a non-profit organization. We depend upon the community to help us keep the doors open so we can be a resource for these men and women who are victims. And if anybody wanted to donate, they could just go to our webpage, branchhousetn.org, or mail something, you know, drop something in the mail. But more than that, we just be educated yourself and learn about domestic violence, and everyone knows someone. Learn what to say and what to do when you have a family member or a friend who may be a domestic violence victim.
Again, you said these are free services, so it's not even a sliding scale, is it? It
No.
doesn't matter if you're a millionaire or homeless or in between. These services are free, is that right?
Yes, all free. We don't ask if you have a job. We don't ask your income. We don't ask if you have insurance. We do not file insurance.
All right.
Because everyone deserves to be safe, whether you're a millionaire or whether you're homeless.
I love that. So branchhousetn.org. It's a good website. I was looking at it earlier. You've got places on there people can donate, learn of your services, reach out. If somebody's wanting to volunteer in some way,
Yes.
they can get a hold of you. And you're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5
Yes.
at 313 Foothills Drive in Blountville. Phone number 578, area code 423-574-7233.
Yes, that's
All right.
correct.
And it's 24/7 hotline.
Yes.
24/7 hotline, 423-574-7233. Again, you can go to branchhousetn.org to get all the information someone needs.
Yes, thank you so much.
Any last pearls of wisdom?
I can't we have talked about a lot of things today, and I can't think of anything off the top of my head else that I need to say.
So maybe, do you guys have a Facebook page?
Oh, absolutely, we do.
Okay, and
And
what
we
is
do
that?
a lot of social media on our Facebook page, and it's branchhousetn.org.
Okay, and so maybe if people liked and shared that, that's one way we could help spread the word a little bit.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Very good. Branch House TN on the Facebook page or branchhousetn.org for more information. Deb Richmond, Executive Director of Branch House. Thank you so much for being here today and educating us on all the good things you do for our community.
Thank you for inviting me.
And thank you for being with us today. This is A Closer Look.